Hi everyone, welcome back to Motor Zone YouTube channel. Today, we're diving deep into the all-new 2026 Maserati Levante, a machine that blends exotic design, brutal performance, and luxury comfort into one bold package. Maserati didn't just update the Levante, they refined its soul, sharpened its identity, and pushed it closer to supercar territory while still keeping it practical enough for everyday life. Now let's start with what you notice first, and that's the exterior design. The 2026 Levante continues Maserati's tradition of creating vehicles that feel alive even when standing still. At the front, you're greeted with the signature Maserati grille, large, aggressive, and proudly displaying the Trident badge like a statement of power and prestige. The grille has been slightly redesigned for 2026, giving it a sharper, more three-dimensional look, almost like it's breathing in air before a sprint. On either side, the headlights are now slimmer and more technologically advanced. Full LED matrix lighting comes standard, and the DRLs form a sharp eyebrow shape that gives the Levante a more focused, almost predatory expression. At night, the lighting signature is unmistakable, you'll recognize it instantly even from a distance. Move lower, and the front bumper has been sculpted for better aerodynamics. Large air intakes don't just look aggressive, they actually help channel airflow to improve cooling and high-speed stability. Every angle of the front fascia screams performance, but in a very elegant Italian way. Nothing feels overdone, it's all balanced, like a tailored suit with just the right amount of attitude. From the side profile, the 2026 Levante continues its coupe-like SUV silhouette, and this is where Maserati really stands out. The long hood, sloping roofline, and muscular rear haunches give it a sense of motion even when parked. It feels athletic, almost like it's crouching before a jump. New wheel designs for 2026 add even more drama, with sizes ranging up to 22 inches. These wheels aren't just big, they're sculpted with intricate patterns that reflect light beautifully when the car is in motion. Depending on the trim, you can get finishes ranging from brushed aluminum to dark graphite, each one changing the personality of the SUV slightly. The body lines are subtle but intentional. There's a strong shoulder line running from the front fender all the way to the rear, giving the Levante a sense of forward momentum. Maserati has also improved aerodynamic efficiency, so even though it looks bold and muscular, it cuts through air more cleanly than before. At the rear, the design becomes even more dramatic. The taillights are slimmer and more connected visually, giving a wider stance impression. The LED signature is sharp and modern, and when you hit the brakes, the intensity increases instantly. The rear diffuser has also been redesigned, reinforcing that sporty character, while the quad exhaust setup reminds you that this is not just a luxury cruiser, it's still a Maserati at heart. Overall, the exterior of the 2026 Levante is a perfect blend of elegance and aggression. It doesn't scream for attention, it earns it. Now let's step inside, because this is where the 2026 Levante takes a massive leap forward. The moment you open the door, you're greeted with an atmosphere that feels handcrafted rather than manufactured. Maserati has always been about emotional luxury, and the Levante continues that tradition with premium materials everywhere you look. Soft leather, genuine wood trims, brushed aluminum accents, it all comes together in a way that feels warm, not sterile. The seats are deeply sculpted and designed for long-distance comfort. In higher trims, you get full premium leather upholstery with contrast stitching and even massage functionality. The seating position is commanding, you sit high enough for visibility but still feel connected to the road like a sports car. In the center, the infotainment system has been upgraded significantly for 2026. A larger high-resolution touchscreen now sits prominently on the dashboard, running Maserati's latest software interface. It's smoother, faster, and far more intuitive than before. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come wireless as standard, and the system responds quickly to inputs without lag. Below the screen, you still get physical controls for climate settings, which is a welcome touch in a world where everything is going fully digital. Maserati has struck a balance between modern tech and tactile usability. The digital instrument cluster is fully customizable, allowing the driver to switch between classic gauges, performance-focused layouts, or navigation-integrated displays. It keeps the driving experience engaging without overwhelming you with unnecessary information. Space inside the Levante is generous for a performance SUV. Front passengers enjoy plenty of headroom and legroom, while rear passengers also get improved comfort thanks to better seat cushioning and slightly revised cabin layout. It's not just a driver's car, it's a proper luxury SUV that can handle family duties comfortably. Ambient lighting adds another layer of sophistication, especially at night. The soft glow running through the cabin enhances the premium feel without being distracting. And of course, the sound system, engineered in collaboration with a high-end audio brand, delivers crystal clear audio with deep bass and immersive surround quality. Every detail inside the cabin feels intentional. Even the steering wheel is redesigned with a thicker grip, sporty paddle shifters, and that iconic Maserati badge sitting proudly in the center. Now, let's talk about what truly brings the Levante to life, the performance. Under the hood, the 2026 Levante continues Maserati's legacy of powerful engine options. Depending on the trim, you can expect a range of performance-focused powertrains, including a turbocharged V6 and a high-output twin-turbo V8 in the top variant. Maserati has fine-tuned these engines for better efficiency, faster response, and improved refinement without losing that raw emotional sound they are famous for. In the base performance trim, the Levante delivers well over 350 horsepower, giving it strong acceleration and effortless highway cruising ability. Step up to the higher trims, and you're looking at numbers crossing 500 horsepower, with the top-tier variant pushing even further into supercar territory. Acceleration is brutal for an SUV of this size. The Levante can sprint from 0 to 100 km per hour in just over 4 seconds in its higher spec versions. That's sports car territory, yet you still have the comfort and practicality of a luxury SUV. The driving experience is where Maserati truly separates itself from the competition. The steering is sharp, responsive, and full of feedback. You always feel connected to the road, whether you're cruising through the city or pushing hard on an open highway. The adaptive air suspension system plays a huge role in balancing comfort and performance. In comfort mode, the ride is smooth and composed, absorbing road imperfections effortlessly. Switch to sport mode, and the suspension tightens, lowering the ride height and making the Levante feel more aggressive and planted. All-wheel drive ensures strong traction in all conditions, giving confidence whether you're driving in rain, snow, or dry pavement. Maserati has also improved the transmission tuning for 2026, making gear shifts faster and more seamless. And then there's the sound, the signature Maserati exhaust note. It's deep, emotional, and addictive. Under acceleration, the engine produces a symphony that reminds you this is not just transportation, it's an experience. Fuel efficiency has also been improved slightly thanks to better engine management and aerodynamic tweaks, but let's be honest, nobody buys a Levante for fuel economy. They buy it for passion, performance, and presence. When you combine everything together, the exterior design, the luxurious interior, and the thrilling performance, you get a vehicle that doesn't just compete in the luxury SUV segment, it defines a completely different emotional category. The 2026 Maserati Levante is not just about getting from point A to point B. It's about how you feel in between. It's about the sound, the design, the comfort, and the adrenaline all coming together in one unforgettable drive. And that's exactly what makes it special.